Hi there, it's Kevin from RogueDeckBuilder.com here with a match with my junk midrange deck. This is in a standard daily tournament, and we'll just get started here with replays. This is match number 1. So I am on the draw here, and with a no land hand, so of course it's a mull. So I'll mull down to 5 actually, because I didn't like the second, only 1 land in the second mull. But this hand seems good. I mean, it's the best I can ask for a 5. Hopefully he's pretty slow and I can get this off. So it looks like I'm playing Bant control. And this is a pretty even matchup. Very long, grindy matchup though. I hate this matchup. But it's even. It's about 50-50. So we get better post sideboard. Could get rid of a lot of junk like Centaur healers that are pointless against this matchup. So post sideboard, we get better, and they do too a little bit, but not much. So we'll get in there for some damage, and we'll play Thragtusk and pass the turn back to him. And he seems like he's got a slow start going too. No Thragtusk yet. They do play 4 ofs in the main board for Thragtusk, so I'm going to try to race him here. And yeah, the Restoration Angel gets no value. It does kill Thragtusk, but I get a beast out of it. So I'm actually liking my chances here, especially with another Thragtusk coming out, that I can just plain race him. And it doesn't look like he has a Thragtusk, so we're going to do the same thing, just swing in there. And once again he throws out another Restoration Angel, and we'll just vault here to get some value out of all of our cards here, gain a lot of life. And now he needs to either top a Terminus with a land or a Supreme Verdict, or it's over. And it doesn't look like he did either, so we did win. So that was a good win for us. I mulled a 5. He didn't have any Thragtusk for his Restoration Angels. Even if this game went on even longer, we might have been able to grind it out, even having to mull a 5, because we just got incredible card advantage by not letting him bounce his Restoration Angels off Thragtusks. So anyway, we'll go on to the match number 2. And now I'm on the draw again. And this is a decent hand, 3 Restoration Angels, but we need to grab something for them to flicker. But I'll keep this. I have all 3 of the mana sources. Double black's awesome too, especially against this matchup, because Sever the Bloodline's really, really good. What you do, I think that he was actually the Entreat the Angels version, but the better versions, in my opinion, are the Angel Serenity versions. And if you can exile the Thragtusks with Sever the Bloodlines, and they can't get them back from their graveyard, a lot of times you can win out the grind. Because then they can't get an extra 10 life off every angel. So anyway, this hand's not too bad. We'll just swing in there right now. Or not swing in there. Yeah, that's why I didn't swing in there. Everyone is playing this card, so there's no point in swinging in with your weenies against these control decks, because you don't want your dude back on top. That's the worst case scenario. It's like a time walk. And so I chose not to attack there to avoid this scenario. So he put his land into play tapped, or untapped, which I don't know what he could do for 3, maybe a cancel or a dissipate. So I'm definitely going to play around it. I'm going to play a Borderland, but I mean I couldn't play anything but the Borderland Ranger here anyway. So I'm just going to run out the Borderland Ranger. If it gets countered, fine, we got plenty of lands. And he chooses not to counter it, so we'll throw out a Swamp. That's why I like Borderland Ranger so much, is no one ever wants to counter it. Usually you get a free swamp, a free card out of it. And I grabbed a Plains there, not a Swamp. And Jace comes out. He's a punk, but we will hit him for 1, knock him down a little bit, and we'll have a Restoration Angel at the end of turn to bounce a Borderland Ranger next turn. So we'll play a Thragtusk, sure. We'll do that. We'll bounce our Borderland Ranger and grab another land, thin out our deck some more, and we're able to. This means we're able to hit him down for a little bit more with the Restoration Angel. Down to 3. But I don't like what I see here. I give him the option of the Thragtusk and the Borderland. What else was in there? Thragtusk and something else, and he took the Restoration Angel. I didn't want him to, because now he can just bounce right. I know he's gonna bounce it. So he does. He bounces Thragtusk, gains 5 life and a beast token. And I'll bounce my Borderland Ranger just because he's out of any sort of dissipate mana here, which I'm still suspecting he has in his hand because of the way he played his Temple Garden on turn 3. So here, the Gavny's awesome, and the Angel of Serenity is going to be awesome late game, and I think I make a ton of player mistakes this game. I'm not sure. But, yeah, this was a horrible, 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 horrible move. Don't ever do this. Don't ever take the Angel of Serenity to take their Thragtusk and Restore Angel, because he's just, when he kills my Angel of Serenity, he's just going to get those 2 cards back, and there's plenty of ways. He could have Celestia Charms, he could have Oblivion Rings, Detention Spheres, tons of ways. A Supreme Verdict next turn, which I think ends up happening, gets so much value out of this. What I should have done is just swung in there with everything, with activated Gavany Township. So I'm thinking this player here might have cost me the game, but I wanted to go for it, which is, like I said, a stupid mistake. I wanted to kill his Jace, probably. I think that was what was on my mind. But he has another one, and same thing. Hinterland Harbor and a Farseek, and he takes the Supreme Verdict, of course. So I hated to see that, because I know it's coming now. And so I'll kill his Jace off. And I know Supreme Verdict's coming, so I swing 2 at Jace to make sure that I get around an Azorius Charm, and the rest at him just to get some damage, because I know we're getting Supreme Verdict next turn. So I'll just Gavany. Might as well get some more value. And here comes the Supreme Verdict. And he gets all that value back out of Angel Serenity. Gets a Resto and a Thragtusk. That's 10 life right there. And now we're to 5 cards. Two cards, and I'm drawing pretty dead here. Put out a Key Rune. And I'll Restoration Angel at end of turn if he happens not to play a Restoration of his own. And it does look like he is tapped to where he can't cast a Restoration Angel. So I should be able to kill off his Jace here. But yeah, I do activate Gavany Township here to kill off his Jace. So 2 Jaces in the bin, and decide not to run out my Sorin into a counterspell in case he has one. And I'll take 5 from the Thragtusk, no use trading Key Rune for it. I know the Thrag comes, and I know he's got a Restoration in hand, so this is looking pretty bad for us. So I will run out of Borderland Ranger, thin out our deck some more. And actually I had no target, so it didn't thin out my deck. Run out of Sorin, and pass the turn back to him. And he will Resto it in a turn, so he gets a Beast and another 5 life. And his Angel of Serenity comes down and gets pretty good value off mine. Gets a Restoration Angel, Borderland Ranger, and a Vamp token, so he's able to kill my Sorin off and do some damage to me. So this isn't looking good for us. And now I really need to find a answer for his Angel Serenity, which I'm gonna block a Thragtusk, get one in the graveyard, and my Sorin does live there, so I'll put out another +1/+1 token, but all I draw is an acidic slime, and I'm dead on board next turn, so I scoop there. So we'll go on to the last matchup here, game 3 of round number 1. And I do like this hand. It's a decent hand. I need a black mana, but a Restoration Angel Oblivion Ring can handle anything early that. And since I'm going up against a really slow deck, that means I have time to draw. A lot of these, like Bant control, gets a lot of advantage by people overextending at the very first, like say zombies or red deck wins, and then they're able to clear the board and then just sail to victory from then on with like Sphinx's Charm or Sphinx's Revelations and getting tons of value out of their Thragtusk and bouncing angels. So this hand's a keep, and I do like to see that card. Key runes can't be terminated or Supreme Verdict, and so they're Jace killers. And there we got our land, we got our Overgrown Tomb, so we're looking really good now. And I think he's trying to run out of Jace here, but decides he has to run out of a Detention Sphere on the Key Rune, or otherwise I just kill the Jace. So now I have a free turn to run out of a Sorin. I'm going to try to get him up to 6 as quick as possible. If he's a Tamiyo version, it's awesome to steal a Tamiyo. So he gets a Jace out, and that's okay because we'll O-ring it next turn. But, yep, I think that's what we do. No, we don't. We Acidic Slime the detention sphere. I don't know if that's the right move here. I probably should just O-ring the Jace, but maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not worried about him. Maybe I'm planning on trying to steal him next turn or in a couple turns with Soren. So he's able to get some value out of it. I hated to see that. So I give him either option of 2 Thragtusks or a Restoration Angel, and he takes the 2 Thragtusks. You know, I would rather deal with Thragtusks and Restoration Angels. So he O-rings my Soren, and that sucks. But I've got an O-ring for that. So I'll kill off his Jace and get back my Soren unless he counters it, which I do get it back. And now I can start the token generation again. But here comes Supreme Verdict comes down, wipes the board. But he only really got the value he got out of the Supreme Verdict there was really just an acidic slime that already got value, because all the tokens, you know, I've still got the Soren out, and he's not in any jeopardy of losing in a couple turns, especially with Thragtusks. So I like that trade actually. That's fine to get a Supreme Verdict out of his hand for just a token and an acidic slime. So pump out the tokens again, and we'll just hold back on our mana. And then at the end of turn we can activate our Key Rune and Gavany. So another detention sphere comes, which, yeah, happens. So right here we'll activate our Key Rune. Or no, we'll just Gavany. Oh, my Avacyn had summoning sickness, so I couldn't activate the Key Rune and Gavany. Okay. I do like to see that, but we'll hold on to it. There's no need to run anything out here, so we'll swing into him and activate some Gavany. Put him down to 8. So now he needs to play those Thragtusks. He can't hold back and play whatever cards he might have. He needs to play a Thragtusk here, which he does. And I think I'm going to sever. I know he's got another Thragtusk in hand, but I think I'm just going to sever his Thragtusk here. Or not. I guess I just attack with a Vampire. And, yeah. So we do have a Sever in hand. In a turn here, we can activate our Key Rune and Gavany if we'd like. Which he's back up to 18 life, but yeah, so we will do that. Put some counters on our Key Rune. Key Rune's getting pretty big here. And I think the best move is to sever his other Thragtusks. Like I said, it sucks. His Angel Serenities, if I don't exile these, he'll just get them back. So that's why the Celestial Charms and the Sever the Bloodlines come in against this deck. So, Anyhoo gets another Beast token, but we're okay. We can deal with those Beast tokens easily, but we'll throw activated Gavany Township here. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, let's get our guy up bigger. No use running anything out. So put a Borderland Ranger, thin our deck out some more. And just hold off. No use giving him more card advantage. So here does come his Angel Serenity, which he does have a Thragtusk in the yard for. But we'll tap our Avacyn Pilgrim to activate our Key Rune, and therefore we can Gavany and have a blocker up for those beasts, and Gavany and put another counter on our Key Rune. So that's what we'll do. And next turn we can sever the Angel and get back our 2 guys, but he does get back a Thragtusk, which just delays the inevitable. I mean, this is how grindy this matchup is. And this is why I go to draw so much against these decks. So the player clock here is a little bit concerning. I think I'm playing in 2 events here, so I'm trying to bounce back between the 2. But yeah, no use against running our Angel Serenity out. We don't have a great target in the graveyard, so we can just continue to activate the wrong Key Rune there. I'm supposed to activate the biggie, but it ends up actually being a good thing because I think he Supreme Verdicts here. So we'll Gavany, clear his board, and then I think he does Supreme Verdict. Nope. Okay. Angel Serenities again, and that dude's just gonna have to get immediately severed, which we'll do. And we get back our Key Rune and our Pilgrim, so we can throw our Key Rune out again. And there's a Syncopate. I know he's had one in his hand. this entire game, but he decides to syncopate a key rune. But I don't know if that's the right move. I don't know if he's worried about a 3/3 key rune. I mean, my big key rune's still on board here. So Thragtusk again puts him up to 26 life. So we will Angel of Serenity here, kill his beast, and we'll get back Acidic Slime and a Borderland Ranger. So we're still looking pretty good, and he can't swing into our key rune or our Angel of Serenity. So just keep putting the counters on it, and just keep beating him down with Angel of Serenity. Hopefully, eventually we'll be able to grind him out. Not if he keeps doing that though. Another bounce Thragtusk. So here, he swings in, we'll activate our key rune, and kill off the big Thragtusk and block his Restoration Angel. But I don't know why he scoops here, he's not dead. He scoops here. I think he was going to Celestia Charm his own Restoration Angel to keep it alive. But we'll kill his Thragtusk and we're able to sever his other Restoration Angel here. I don't know if he had to go somewhere or something, I don't know. But he scoops here, which ends up being good for us because we get a free win out of it. But I think even eventually, late game, we'd be able to grind him out. Our guys are getting huge here. He's going to have to deal with a ginormous Angel of Serenity. And, you know, he's going to have to top deck. Sure, he can top deck a Sphinx's Revelation. There's tons of things he can top deck. But, I mean, if he Terminuses, I get 2 guys back. And eventually I'm going to draw a Garuk. Eventually I'm going to draw some Disciple Boluses and Thragtusks to start getting card advantage. But, yeah. Anyway, turn 16, he scoops. This is match number 1 of the Standard Daily. We'll get on in the next video. We'll show the next matches. This is Kevin from RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.